Japan has a conviction rate of 99.9% in criminal trials, which basically means if you're accused, you're almost guaranteed to be found guilty. That's the terrifying reality this story opens with. A young man named Kata is suddenly stopped by 3 police officers out of nowhere. He panics, not because he's guilty, but because he's scared. The only thing running through his mind is that if he gets arrested, his pet cat at home will starve to death since no one else knows about it. But things get worse fast. In Morioka, a young woman and her mother were brutally murdered inside their house, and since Kata lived nearby, suspicion immediately falls on him. When officers try to question him, he runs, which only makes him look more guilty. They chase him back to his home, search the area, and find a knife covered in the victim's blood. That's it, case closed in their eyes. But Kata keeps insisting he's innocent. He claims he only picked up the knife because he found it and planned to turn it in to the police. Of course, no one believes that story for even a second. To everyone else, it sounds like a desperate lie. But here's what makes this case different. Kata works as a volunteer at a nursing home, caring for elderly people who can't even take care of themselves. He doesn't get paid. He survives on leftover meals and tiny allowances. He's not some greedy criminal chasing money, and the only person who truly believes in him is his defense lawyer, Hiromi Higuruma, the very man Megumi and Itadori are searching for. Higuruma takes the case seriously. He overloads his assistant with investigation tasks, even asks her to feed Kata's cat. When she questions why he keeps accepting cases that are nearly impossible to win, his former colleague explains that he's always been like this, stubborn, unable to ignore injustice. After digging deep, they uncover critical details. No stolen items were ever found in Kata's house. A nursing home employee mysteriously disappeared right after the murders, and security footage places Kata at a convenience store during the estimated time of the crime. In the first trial, they actually managed to prove his innocence. Kata thanks Higuruma with tears in his eyes, but Higuruma doesn't celebrate because he knows the system. Prosecutors have unlimited taxpayer money and resources, while defense lawyers scrape by with almost nothing. In the second trial, the judge simply dismisses the theory about the missing employee and ignores the new evidence. They push the blame back onto Kata without hesitation. The system was never looking for truth, it was looking for someone to punish. Kata looks at Higuruma with crushed hope in his eyes, as if asking why he couldn't save him. Facing the possibility of life in prison, everything finally breaks inside Higuruma. He slams the table, demands the courtroom reset, and summons a terrifying Shikigami, declaring the trial will start over under his rules. And that's when we return to the present. Amai claims Higuruma is in Ikebukuro. Remy insists he's in Shinjuku. Megumi hopes Yuji is heading the right way. Meanwhile, Yuji is running in the opposite direction, hoping the exact same thing.